How do you go about getting an exorcism?
Beg your pardon?
If a person's, possessed by a demon or something, how do they get an exorcism?
Well, it just doesn't happen anymore, Miss McNeil.
Yes, that's what.
I don't even know right from wrong, I just do shit. So if I get the urge to cut your head off, I'll just do it. A fucking lunatic, got that clown mask on my face. My mental state disintegrates, I'm in a real dark place. You don't wanna see me when I'm jumping out the shadows, holding on a rusty axe, like dripping down the handle. And I won't even give a second thought to chopping your head apart, gathering up your body parts and tossing them in a shopping cart. Lead you back to my place for a tasty treat. A little tough, but it's just the other white meat. A motherfucking psychopath, and I want y'all to feel my wrath. I'm walking down this bloody path and hiding where the shadows cast. It all started last year, something just snapped. Now the urge to kill hits me like a heart attack. I don't know what's happening, I think I need a minister. It's too late as I don this mask and call myself sinister. Blood, guts and shit and thoughts that are sick. This is what goes on in the mind of a lunatic. Blood, guts and shit and thoughts that are sick. This is what goes on in the mind of a lunatic. Blood, guts and shit and thoughts that are sick. This is what goes on in the mind of a lunatic. Blood, guts and shit and thoughts that are sick. This is what goes on in the mind of a lunatic. You can't even fuck with me, the fucking murder master. You can pull your gun on me, I pull my blade out faster. Jam it in your neck with a quickness like fuck this. I didn't flee the scene, I stayed around to kill the witnesses. You might see me on the news, running from the police, sitting on your couch, you're like, there goes my fucking homie. They try this every time, but they never gonna catch me. Stop and turn around, I'm chopping pigs with the hatchet. I'm that serial killer that be roaming around your neighborhood, up to no good. Lock your doors up like you know you should. I'm still getting in though, through that upstairs window, tying up your family, burn the place down. Then I go right next door and I do the same thing. Yo, this is all a game to me and I'm getting the fucking high score. That's right, motherfuckers, my homies call me Sin. And when I'm knocking on your front door, are you gonna let me in? Blood, guts and shit and thoughts that are sick. This is what goes on in the mind of a lunatic. Blood, guts and shit and thoughts that are sick. This is what goes on in the mind of a lunatic. Blood, guts and shit and thoughts that are sick. This is what goes on in the mind of a lunatic. Blood, guts and shit and thoughts that are sick. This is what goes on in the mind of a lunatic. Take a little trip into the mind of a lunatic. It may be fucking sick, but this is how I'm living it. This evil shit lives inside my mind and it takes control. 10 bodies in a month, man, I'm on a fucking roll. I feel great. For the first time in my lifeline, like something's getting done, I'm moving forward, this is my time. So if you see me on the streets, you better run and hide, cause if I'm getting my hands on you, your soul is all mine. There ain't a damn thing that you can do to stop me. When I'm in my murder mode, I'm steady collecting bodies. I keep them in a mass grave, buried underneath my home. And when I'm feeling lonely, I bring them up to the stone. I use the 7 body parts to decorate my walls. And if you come into my place, then you must have balls. It looks like a slaughterhouse or something from a horror flick. I think you need to lock me up, cause I'm a fucking lunatic. Blood, guts and shit and thoughts that are sick. This is what goes on in the mind of a lunatic. Blood, guts and shit and thoughts that are sick. This is what goes on in the mind of a lunatic. Blood, guts and shit and thoughts that are sick. This is what goes on in the mind of a lunatic. Blood, guts and shit and thoughts that are sick. This is what goes on in the mind of a lunatic.